Good afternoon, yogis. I hope you're having an amazing day. It is absolutely stunning here in St. Albert, Alberta, Canada. The weather is fabulous and I'm loving it. I'm in my outdoor oasis. You can see that I've got a fabulous little gazebo that's all set up with some furniture in the background. Hopefully I don't kick it over in the meantime. But this particular 30-minute Vinyasa flow is dedicated to my upcoming yoga retreat in Belize. It's a few months away, but it's November 19th to the 26th. 7 days of accommodation, workshops, yoga classes, sunrise, sunset, meditation, fabulous food, and wonderful teachers. Myself as well as two other guest teachers will be with me. So the concept of one love seems pretty simple, but you know, there's a quote that I'm not going to say the quote very well, but I'm just going to summarize it, and that is just this understanding that if we really truly knew another person's circumstances, we would definitely treat them with a lot more respect and possibly with a lot more love and compassion. Part of what I'm noticing in our society is that as we're beginning to speak our truth, we're speaking it with a little bit of harshness and with maybe this need to tell another person exactly what is wrong with them so that we can help them elevate themselves and, you know, move past some of these difficulties. I know I personally, for myself, speak a little bit, I speak rudely to myself when I've done something that I feel I can work on. I'm like, come on, Becca, like, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you doing it the way you know you need to? And that doesn't help me. In fact, I get down on myself and I might even get a little bit depressed for a while because of how I've acted or treated somebody or even just myself. So if we start with ourselves, this concept of being really connected to who we are with love and compassion and joy and trust, then when we talk to other people, I feel personally that it will come across with love. Sometimes there does need to be a truth serum given to another person for sure, and maybe to a group of people, but understanding where another person is coming from, to me, is really where it's at. This concept of being constantly connected to people. Why I do what I do is not because I necessarily love yoga postures, which I do, but at the same time, I'm really all about people. I feel that without you guys, I wouldn't even exist in the way that I know. So, and it's because of the support and the connectivity that you can feel through even a video that's really important to me. So I hope you still get that with this one love. So from my heart to yours, let's come up to the top of the mat into Tadasana. Your base of the toes will touch, shoulders will roll back, and this class is for advanced beginners to intermediate for sure. And I'm going to be mirroring you once again. So once again, when you see me move to your right, it's my left, so I'm not getting that confused. We're just going to go in the same direction throughout the whole video, okay? So inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky and lengthen and feel the elongation of your spine, and hold here for a couple of breaths and drop down your rib cage if you can slightly, lifting up through those fingertips, and then draw the palms to touch into the heart center. And we're going to take 2 more circles of energy. Inhale, reaching your arms up towards the ceiling or towards the gazebo, lengthening, palms to touch, and then bring that down and towards the heart center. We're still very rooted through our feet as we take an inhale last time. Reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling, palms touch, and then take a seat. So you're sitting down into Utkatasana, just modified with the arms here, okay? So you can feel the shoulder blades rolling back gently, your tail is rooted in your heels, and toe mounds are pressing in towards the earth, holding here. Hands in towards the heart center, maybe lifting up your gaze. If you've got the accessibility, the arms can come forward. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, soften belly to thighs, arms reach back behind you. Inhale, arms up, chest lifts, gaze lifts, and then exhale, come forward. Inhale, rising, but keep low through those thighs, and exhale, interlock your hands behind you. And as you press the fists up towards the sky, allow your legs to slowly start to straighten in the head. We'll reach down towards the earth, and you can pedal out through those knees ever so slightly, allowing there to be this elongation in through the chest as well as in through the back. Let the head hang down. And then find a place of stillness with really small bent knees so that you can feel more stretching through the chest and not worrying about your legs. Then take the hands down to the low back and fingertips onto the earth or shins. Half lift, elongate. As you exhale, palms touch down, and just step it back into an upper push-up position. Lengthening out through your torso, feeling your heart bone reach forward, base of the toes to touch. Move over towards the right side. So left hand, walk it forward, opening up towards the right. Send right hand up. Good. We're sweeping the fingertip down towards the floor as we take an inhale, reach open through your heart once again. Good. You can also modify it with your knee on the ground, right? Fingertips to the floor. Inhale, reach up. Good. That's the last time. Take your hand all the way down towards the earth, and let's make our way back into that upper push-up position. Hands underneath your shoulders and press it back into downward facing dog. Feeling rooted in through every fingertip and your pinky and your thumb. Just allowing your heels to press down in towards the earth. You almost want to feel as if the outer arms are rolling down towards the floor and the inner elbows are rolling up towards the ceiling. That way you just get a little bit more broadening through the upper back. Right? We want to make sure we can breathe a little bit more as you wave your spine forward. And so we're connecting with the ground just like we connect with other people. We really want to feel the earth beneath us. And then send your tail back into downward facing dog and take your right leg up towards the sky, three-limbed dog. Extension, gaze forward and gently step the foot up to the top of the mat. As you inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Settle down, feel strong in through the core. Belly button pulling in, arms reaching up, and exhale when you're ready. Hands come down. Now take your left hand forward, right hand onto your hip, back into your side plank. Inhale, reach your arm up, and then take the hand back down towards the floor. Upper push-up position, send the tail back into downward facing dog. Good, and you'll take a little gaze forward, and your option is either to step it gently or to take a float or a hop all the way up to the top of the mat, allowing your hips to lift up and landing down through those feet. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Come up to standing. So swan dive up, palms to touch, and you'll settle the hands in towards the heart. You guys got this. Inhale, reach the arms up. Warming up the body. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward folding. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, so hands on the shins or fingertips to the floor, but really feel the essence of the earth so that you can rise away from it with strength. Exhale, palms touch the floor, and you can step it, jump it back into upper push-up or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog cobra, and take it back into downward facing dog. So wave your spine forward, back into upper push-up position. We'll take the right hand forward and open it up into a side plank facing left side. So we want to feel openness through the bottom armpit. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, fingertip touches floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fingertips touch floor. Good, just as the last time, yeah? Inhale, arm up. And exhale, hand touches all the way down. Bring yourself back into your regular upper push-up and send yourself into downward facing dog, taking the left leg up towards the sky. Elongate, look forward, and then gently step left foot up to the top of the mat. You should just hear a gentle sound. Inhale, arms up. And so feeling the rooting in through the legs, it's important that you can do a back bend here. There, lots of variations. But when we're talking about the elongation of energy, inhaling and exhaling, being really connected to our breath, keeping the longest spine possible is really key. So keep ribcage drawn in, pelvis neutral, so you're creating a cylinder in through your torso, and then you can extend the energy up and towards the ceiling, and take the hands down towards the floor. Take your right hand all the way forward, left hand on hip, and make your way all the way back into a side plank facing towards the left side. Take the hand up towards the ceiling, and then the hand comes all the way down towards the floor. Full upper push-up position. Let's make our way through flow. Go to chaturanga. Shoulders stay in line with your elbows. Point your toes away. Roll back. Lift up through the gaze without dropping your head back. It is a facelift, right? We want to go longer. And then exhale. Bring it back into downward facing dog. Rooting down through your fingertips and holding here for a couple more breaths. Take an inhale and an exhale. When you gaze forward, you can either take a step, take a jump, float up to the top of the mat, whatever feels good. Inhale, hands to shins when you're ready, or hands on earth, and exhale, forward fold. Okay, come all the way up to standing. So we're reaching palms to touch, yeah? And sit down in a chair. So this is half an hour, so it's go time, yeah? Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, fingertips reach long. Balance on through your left leg and take your right leg, warrior three. Good, fingertips come behind the ears. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, come up to standing and tap left elbow to right knee. Inhale, send that leg all the way long. Chest reaches long, head reaches long. Connect head to foot. Come all the way up. One love, even for self, for body, for mind, for the connection of body to breath. Let the leg go back. Good, all the way up to standing. Take the knee in and hold it here. Now take your left hand to the outer edge of the knee, surrender right hand long, and bring yourself all the way around into a heart opener. If you've got the accessibility, you reach down to the outer edge of your right foot, and you can kick out the leg. Good, holding here for 3, for 2, for 1, right into Adho Chandrasana. So surrender the leg down straight if you can, or bent, of course, if that's where you were. Both arms can reach open. Then surrender left hand down towards the earth and open up body towards the right side. Ooh, sun is strong on the face. Okay, holding here for 3, for 2, and then for 1, ground down through your hands in towards the floor. Just do a little hop back into Chaturanga, nothing crazy. Lifting up through that right leg, surrender it up. And take yourself Chaturanga, upward dog cobra. And then back into downward facing dog. So just finding a little bit of strength in through the hands and through the feet, opening up and broadening through the back, and we'll take it to a quick child's pose. Knees come down to the floor, point the toes away, and just settle your heart down towards your thighs and the forehead towards the floor, releasing the hands down towards the either side of your feet or maybe out in front of you. Just take a couple of breaths here and let go. Good, holding here, 1 more big breath in. And as you exhale, roll your spine coming all the way back up. You're sitting on your shins. Bring your hips over top of your knees. Feel your rib cage draw in towards the body. So bring that together. Hands come into prayer and lean back, exhale, and hold. Good, now open up your arms and take your right hand to the floor. Bring it back to center. Left hand to floor. Spiral twist, not a heart opener, but only through core, so the heart is not lifted. Keep it in. Then bring it over to right, back to center, over towards left, back to center. 1 more time either side, yeah? Right hand side, back to center, over towards left, back to center. Hands all the way in to prayer. Nice. All right. Bring the hands up to the top of the mat. Tuck your toes back under and send yourself into downward facing dog, but be strong. It's not head to floor, it's head in between the upper arms, just for, once again, that elongation of the third eye to your tail, root chakra. We're connecting and becoming one, allowing the head just to relax neutral. And you can take that little gaze forward as you start to step it, jump it, hop at your choice, up to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins or earth, and exhale, forward fold. Come up to standing, so swan dive, up we go. Hands to touch. Nice, you guys are doing great. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sit it back down into a chair. Okay, bring the base of the toes to touch and take your left elbow to the outer edge of your right knee. Come up high into your toes, sit your bum down towards your heels, and hold it out here. So this is a one-armed crow, okay? Might seem a little bit strange, we're gonna go for it. So bring your hands out in front of you, palms flat. Your left arm will be in between your thighs, yeah? Okay, so you find a space where your hands can be at least shoulder width apart. Lean forward, lift up those knees around the upper part of your left arm. Lean forward as much as you can and lift up your feet. Holding here for 3, holding here for 2, holding here for 1. Bring your feet all the way back down. Hands come back into prayer, come back up to standing. So squeeze those inner thighs in. Up we go. And take the heels down towards the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands in towards the heart center. 1 more time. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands in towards heart. Come up onto your toes and settle your hips down. Down we go. Yeah. Nice. And then taking your elbow to the outer edge of your knee. Whew, little breeze is good right now. Okay, so we're opening up through the heart. Yeah. Good, and holding it here, 1 more big inhale. And then moving it. If you prefer side curl, feel free to go there. Otherwise, take your arm to the inside edge of your knees. This is your right arm, right? Squeezing, hand down, left hand comes down. You lean forward, squeeze up. One more big inhale, hold for 3. Good, for 2. And then for 1, take the feet all the way down towards the floor. Knees come together when you're ready and come back up to standing, right? So here we go. Using the strength, come up super high onto your toes, broadening out through the back, lifting up through the heart, and then take your heels down towards the earth. Awesome, lovely. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, walk your fingertips forward, and take your left leg straight back behind you. Take your fingertips behind your ears. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, come up to standing, and take your elbow, opposite elbow to knee. Inhale, send left leg back, chest forward. This is a variation, warrior 3. Come up to standing. Take the knee in towards the chest. Exhale. Inhale, let the leg go back. And exhale, this is the last time, right? So you take your elbow to your knee and hang out here. Then maybe take your hand to the knee, lift up the chest, left hand to the wall, and open up the chest towards left side. Now, if you can take it that little extra step, right? We're taking hand to foot and then extend it out towards the front. You do not have to go there. There's a lot of construction happening around my house today. Okay, holding here for one more big inhale. And as you exhale, slowly with the straight leg or bent knee, take your arms open, leg goes down. Ardha Chandrasana, open up your hip, yeah? Fingertips to the floor, left hand high. Nice and slow, super controlled, very important. Taking up the gaze if you like, lifting up the leg a little higher, opening up the heart. Everything is connected, fingertip to fingertip, heel. All is one, one love for all. And then take the hands all the way down towards the floor. Holding it out here, and just take that little jump back into a chaturanga or upper push-up position. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, back into downward facing dog. Nice. So gently start to bend out through your knees. Sit your bum down towards your heels and feel your heart drop without your knees and your chest touching the ground. You're going to spring forward to upper push-up. So straighten out the thighs, come forward, let the heart go long. Bring yourself back. Inhale, come forward. Good. Exhale back, heels to touch, almost froggy legs, and then come back up. One last time. Exhale, sit back. Hold it here. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Your heels are together, your knees are apart, and your hands come all the way into prayer. Good. Holding it out here. Moving it to crow pose. So your option is just to stay in this position and work on balance in terms of pushing down the hands in towards the floor. If you want to go a little bit further, you can take it into your crow and then into your unsupported headstand. So we tuck those knees up, feel the belly pull in, away we go, lifting up through the tail, the feet come up, 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 opening up through the heart, allow the head to slowly make its way down towards the floor, then you elevate up through those legs. If it's possible, we're taking this to a wide leg forward fold. So you can get there just through stepping your feet, or you can widen out through your feet. Using the breath. Sorry, it's a little hard for me to talk. Taking the legs slowly and controlled. Down to the floor. Inhale, lengthen fingertips underneath the shoulders. And exhale, we're all into wide leg forward fold. If you need to use the length of your mat, feel free to do that. Letting the top of the head come closer down towards the floor. Now, one of the keys is, if you have your hands on your mat, is to almost push the mat forward, and that way you really engage and allow yourself to dip lower into this posture. Flexing up the thighs or subtly bending out through the knees. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, walk yourself forward. You can just come forward, take those feet, jump them into an upper push-up position, make your way back to a downward facing dog. Let the right leg go up to the sky. Gaze it forward, step it up, right foot to the top of the mat. Take your back foot down towards the floor. All right, so take your arm to the inside, that's the right arm, and let your right hip tuck in.
Yeah, don't let your ass stick out to the side. That is not going to help the posture. It is pulling your sit bones in and allow your heart then to open up. Yeah. Nice. If you want to go into your full bind, half bind, so half bind is here, 3/4 bind's here, or maybe take your arm underneath, interlock those hands, but roll back your shoulders, lifting up through the heart. Good. If you want to take it a little bit more of a step forward, you start to slide your back foot in, Ardha Chandrasana with a bind. Start to allow yourself to lift up with your left leg. Looking down at the floor is easier. Holding here for 3, for 2, and then for 1. Now take your feet side by side wherever you're at the top of the mat. Move this into Birds of Paradise. So slowly on your left foot you will balance, on your right leg will come up. Now I have a bit of an injury on this side, so I'm not going to overly extend, but you can choose if you want to let that leg go all the way out. I'm just going to hover it with a bit of a bent knee, opening of the heart for 3, for 2, and then for 1, take the knee in, foot comes in, and you have your foot land down gently towards the floor. Inhale, keep your feet wider than your hips, half lift, and exhale, peace fingers, wrap around your big toe mounds. Inhale, lengthen out your heart. Exhale, come down forward. Maybe soften out the knees, maybe don't, but find a little bit more relaxation here. Every time you inhale, you go longer. Every time you exhale, you get stronger. A little bit deeper. For 3, 2, and 1. And then roll up to that half lift. Fingertips can be on the floor, whatever feels good. Hands ground down, and you'll step it, jump it back, upper push-up, or take it right into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog cobra, and take it back, right into downward facing dog. Okay, so allowing your hands to be super strong. Take your knees to the floor, take your elbows to the floor, take your right leg and take it straight back behind you. This is a modified forearm side plank. So left foot goes out left side, left hand comes in, and we open up the body right side. Oh, look, I'm dripping, that's great. And then the hand comes up. Okay, so maybe you point out your toe, reach back behind you, work up through the quads, stick your chest forward, open this up. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, it feels good on my legs and my heart. My face is full of sunshine right now. It's good, good, good. All right, one more big inhale, pause. Exhale, releasing hand up, foot out, and take your hands and elbows down towards the floor. Knees come down and you're in like a tabletop forearm position, okay? Then you take your left leg straight back behind you. Take your right foot out, right hand in, so you're balanced, and then lift open everything left side. Really engaging your outer hip, it's important, and then almost feel like your shoulders are stacking. Point out through your foot, grab onto your ankle or your shin or your calf or whatever you can grab onto, and start to kick. If it doesn't feel good to kick hard, don't do that, right? Because you might have issues in your hips. So just keep everything a bit more neutral, that's fine. Otherwise, really allow the heart bone to reach forward, look up towards the ceiling for 3, for 2, and for 1, and then allow the leg to kick back. The arm lifts, and take everything down towards the floor. Knees come in. All right, forearm plank. Allow those legs to come back. Shoulders over top of your elbows. Hold it here. Now, if you can, right hand taps right shoulder. Bring it down. Left hand taps left shoulder. And bring it down. Okay, now can you tap both hands to opposite shoulders? And bring it down. Okay, same hand, same hand, same elbow, both, or same hand, same shoulder, both. Good. Lower down your hands, lower down your knees, and push it back into a child's pose. So crawl yourself back. Hips down towards the heels and the forehead down towards the earth. Good. Holding here for one more big inhale. Feels good. And as you exhale, crawl those hands forward, making your way all the way back into your downward facing dog as the hips Rise up in the heels, root down in towards the earth, and you can feel the strength of your arms and the connectivity between hands and mat and earth. And then inhale, take left leg up. Don't go so high that your core drops out, but be strong so then you can step up your left foot to the top of the mat. Nice and easy, right? Okay, so take your back foot flat. I like heel to heel alignment. You might not, it's whatever, right? Knee over ankle, hand to the inside, and then take your hip, tuck it under, open up and spiral up towards the ceiling. You're moving this to a half bind, 3/4 bind, or full bind. Lots of breath here, holding. Good, one more big inhale. Nice, and as you exhale, look down towards the earth. You can stay here for a couple more breaths. Otherwise, we're taking that back leg in. We're moving to a bound half moon pose. So start to lengthen up. Good, holding here for 3, for 2, and then for 1, take both of your feet up to the top of the mat. Let your right foot touch down. Start to move into Birds of Paradise on the left side. So you might just take your knee and hang on to it, okay? You don't have to do the bind, especially if you weren't able to bind on the last posture. And up you go. By now you should know a few of these modifications for yourself, right? And then just allowing there to be a bit more extension, maybe. For 3. For 2, doesn't have to be perfect, right? Obviously. And then for 1, bring that knee all the way back in, and then take the foot all the way down towards the floor. All right, just ragdoll and soften. Let everything go. Let your feet maybe even point out a little bit right and left and sway side to side, getting rid of any tension that you might have in through the neck and in through the back. All right, and then we'll roll our spines coming all the way back up. Feeling super strong in through the body. As you inhale, reach your arms up to sky. Down into Malasana we go. This is yogi squat. Toes are wide. Sit the bum down in towards the earth. So come on down. All right, so knees are to the outer edges of your arms, right? But we don't want to just kind of be hanging out. You want a little bit more of a lift. So press both together. Then lift open your heart. I almost feel like it's like a turtle coming out of a shell, right? It's like you're sort of hunkering down, you're protective. But in this posture, if you could really feel powerful, let your heart lift up. Squeeze those knees in and be super strong here, right? It's like allowing your heart to actually connect with the world around you. We need to do that a little more often with each other. Holding here for 3. Holding here for 2. And then for 1, take the hands behind you and let your fingertips face away. This is a reverse tabletop, just with different arms, yeah? And as you walk back, walk your feet in, hip width apart. Lift up those hips, lift up your heart, and feel your tail rooting right in between your knees, yeah? For 3. And 2. And 1, and take your bum all the way down towards the floor. Let your left leg extend. Take your right knee in the chest and take the foot over towards the left side. Sit up tall. Good. So take your left arm to the outer edge and take your right fingertips behind you. Now if you can, if you want a little bit more, my sweat is burning my eyes. Okay, if you want a little bit, if you want a little bit more, you can take your left hand down towards your right hip. It does work the rotator, so just be careful with that, right? And you start opening up the heart. Good, holding here, maybe gaze over top of your back shoulder, flexing out through left foot. Then take yourself all the way back to center. Bring your hands in front of your hips, yeah? And then take the feet down towards the floor. You can stay here for a little bit of core. Otherwise, scoop the belly slightly, extend up the toes in line with your knees, or maybe go straight up with the feet. For 3. Good. For 2. And then for 1, take the feet slowly down towards the floor. Just lift them up a little bit as you hug in left knee. Take the right leg long and take the foot all the way up and over and sit up tall. Right hand goes up, elbow to the outer edge, and twist open. Right? And maybe you take the hand towards the hip Backhand might have to slide away. Let the shoulders drip down away from your ears, and let the heart wrap around towards the left side and look over top of the back shoulder. Good. One more big in-breath. You guys got this. Super soft and relaxed, right? All right. Bring it all the way back to center. Nice. Once again, take those hands out in front of you. Take the feet down to the floor. Stay here. Do not feel pressure to lift the legs. It does not matter. Feet come up in line with the knees. Maybe fingertips today. Lift up. If you want to go further, lean back a little bit and just hover your fingertips above the floor with straight legs, or maybe bent knees, or maybe feet hovering above the floor for 3. Good. Be active with your toes for 2. And then for 1, take the hands down towards the floor. Easy cross-legged right leg in front. Good. Inhale, take up left arm. Surrender it over towards right knee. Take right hand all the way up and over. 1 inhale and exhale. Now reach forward. And as you do this, try to drop your chin almost towards your left tricep as you dive your head down towards the floor and crawl out your right hand. Holding here, 1 more big breath in. And then come all the way back up. Reach those arms up towards the sky. Lean back. Take your opposite leg in front. Good. So take your right hand to your left knee. Take your left hand all the way up and over. And then almost roll your spine forward. Left fingertips reaching towards the front. Chin almost trying to attack or grab your right tricep, forehead to floor. Nice. For 3. For 2. 1 last big inhale, and slowly just release both of your arms out in front, stretching out through the armpits and through the hips, letting everything settle down. 1 last inhale, and then walk yourself all the way back up. So you can continue on, maybe doing a little bit more of a cool down, or if you wanted to insert this into something a little bit more vigorous at the beginning. But I am so grateful that all of you joined me today for this 30-minute One Love Vinyasa flow in honor of my Belize retreat, which again is happening with 2 guest teachers from November 19th to the 26th, 2014. I would be completely blessed if you would be able to join me. We're looking at giving 15% off till the end of August, and so that would make it quite affordable for a lot of us. From my heart to yours, I'm completely connected and honored and grateful to have all of you with me today. Namaste.